this video, we're going to go over how to game master using Drawbridge. The first thing you're going to want to do when you clock in for the day is also sign in to Drawbridge up here at the top. Find your name in the dropdown and click it, and you'll be signed in across the device that you're using. So when a game gets started, it's going to turn purple like this right here. And when I click on it, it says that the game has started, but it needs a game master. So I can go ahead and open this, and it'll automatically assign me since I am signed into this device. Our hosts will be prompted to fill out a short survey about the group, and that will look like this once they send it. I can go ahead and read this and then clear it away. If I ever want to look at it again, I can click right here and it'll show me all that information again. So right here we have auto hint. Auto hint means that when the group presses the hint button, we'll automatically have a prompt that shows up on the screen that will have us send the first hint available, and you can click a drop down to change it. I'm going to go ahead and skip the prologue and we'll be able to see this in action. So they've asked for a hint. It says in 25 seconds it's going to send this first hint for the next objective. I can go ahead and change that hint if I feel like it and send it. We can change this time by just turning this off and turning it back on and changing it to be longer or shorter, whatever you want to do. This button right here will pull up the countdown timer for the game. This will make the chime sound, even though it won't send anything to the screen, it'll make the chime sound into the game. The state tells you whether the game is paused, running, in prologue or epilogue, or ended. The controls let you pause the game. This button will let you play it. This will end the game. The screens, it won't apply in a game like Antidote, but in games like Batman or Star Trek, there would be screen refresh buttons so that it can reset the screen to be what it's supposed to be if there are any issues there. We have devices here and events here. Down here, it says the game master is me. If you switch game masters in the middle of a game, you can just change it here as well. This right here will let you type whatever hint you want to. If you've set any global or common hints in a room, then they'll show up here as well. If I send a hint and it's no longer applicable to the group, I can go ahead and clear it here as well. This is eavesdrop. This lets us listen into the room. So by clicking on this ear here, I'm now listening into the room. So I can hear everything that's happening in that room. By clicking the red icon, I stop listening, and if I click on the other icon, I can speak into the room. So by pressing and holding, I'm now speaking into the room. And then this allows me to listen into the second room and speak there as well. This right here lets me send a message to the host if there's anything going on in the room that I think the host needs to know about. I can also send them a voice message, and that voice message will automatically be transcribed as well. We have speech to text. If there's anything wrong in the game, I can report a game issue. Game issue is going to be anything like the video skipped in the room or something that's wrong with the game specifically. Maintenance is going to be something that a handyman needs to come in and fix. For example, if the red box in Antidote doesn't open to dispense the antidote, I'd log a maintenance issue, and then reset error if there was a reset error in the room. All of these errors, I'll go ahead and make a test one. They will show up right here in the notifications. What will also show up in the notifications is if I add or take away time from a game. You can see that right here. I added 2 minutes to Antidote Chemical Warfare. And if I take that away, I added 0 minutes. This up here is the ahead behind timer. You can see it's red right now because the group, if they were playing the room, is behind where we want them to be. If I go ahead and clear off this objective, it turns green again and tells me that I have 4 minutes and 30 seconds until they should be done with this next puzzle. So once this gets to be about 3 to 5 minutes, we might want to think about sending the group a nudge. Up at the top here, we have a count of how many objectives have been completed out of the total. We also have a current task. The current task tells us what the group should be working on right now, and you can change this text in the settings as well. So if I just go ahead and finish out the game, you'll also see right here we have a event to pop the red box. Some of these events here get assigned to objectives, and they work in the room as well. So if I were to click this, the box for the red box would open up and dispense that antidote. And we can select which objective to put that on in the settings as well. So now they've finished the game. It's going to pop up this alert that tells me that they succeeded and they escaped in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And I'll press submit right here to submit that game to say that it happened. I won't want to press this reset button because I am not the person who is resetting the room. Your host or whoever's resetting will click this on their iPad, or if I want to reset it for them, I can go ahead and put their name in there to say that they reset the room.